Hey, this is René, welcome back to another video on this channel. So in the previous videos I programmed this scalping project Expert Advisor, and I'm already testing it in a live trading account and realized already in the first few trades that this strategy is highly affected by slippage. It can be either positive or a negative slippage. So someone in the comment section suggested that we could write a slippage calculator program that will pretty much scan like the historical trades and give you the average slippage or the total slippage also that you paid with your strategy or with your trading. And I think this is a really great idea because this is something I never heard before, and this is kind of new, and it really helps you to improve your trading because you can see, like, if you traded like for a week or two or a month, you can use this program and then check how big your average slippage is, and then you can, for example, take your backtesting results into account and like check if you apply this average slippage on every trade in this backtest, would it still be profitable? And so let's go to my local PC here and write a little program for this. Actually, I did this before already, but I will do the same thing with you now. So you can see how it is done. So first of all, whenever you write a program, you should open the MetaQuotes language editor. You can find it if you click on Tools, MetaQuotes language editor, or you can click on this IDE button here. This will open the MetaQuotes language editor, and then in the navigator on the left side you can see all the programs, and if you click on new up here in the upper left corner, you can create new programs. In this case, we can use a script because scripts can be used for programs that you only want to apply once and they only do like one calculation. So we can create a program that we can name, for example, Slippage Calculator, something like this. And if we finish, it will create a slippage calculator program for us. These scripts usually only have one function, and this is the onStart function. This function is really easy and short. It is triggered whenever the script is started. So this is like a really easy and small, simple program. So what we can do here is we can add our code here because we only want to execute it once whenever the program is started. So how can we approach this problem now? So you can see in MetaTrader 5 we have 3 different pools of positions, orders, and deals pretty much. So we can see here currently in this trade tab, we can see all the open positions. So these are the positions that are currently running. We cannot really see anything about the slippage here. So what we have to do is we have to check the history tab. And in this history tab, we can right click and then we can either select the orders or the deals. And for example, if we have a look at the first, I think this is, if we have a look at the first deal here, we can see this deal is opened, it was a buy position and it was opened at this price, 517.97. So if we now go to the deals, we can see that this was a market position. So we have a problem here already and we cannot get the slippage for this position because it was a market position. It's opened at the current market price. So what we have to check later on in the programming part is if it was a stop order that triggered this position, because then we can check if it was a if there was any slippage. So let's go on. Now we have some exit deals here, and these deals were stop loss orders. And stop loss orders are also orders. So we can see here, for example, this was a sell deal. So this was something that closed a buy position. And the price this deal was executed is 502.55. And if we now switch to the orders, we can see we also find a order for this. And you can see the order price is slightly different because the order price is 504.17. So if you compare these two prices, we can see there's a difference, and this is exactly what we are searching for because this is the slippage. Also, check out these two orders here, because these are again the deals. For example, this order that I selected right now was a buy deal to open a position, and this position was opened by a buy stop order. So if we check the orders again, we can see this buy stop order opened this deal, and you can see the price for the order was 520.72, and the deal was executed slightly above this. So we had again slippage of around 100 points. So our game plan here for writing this script is we will have to loop through all the deals that we can find in the history, and then we will find the matching order, and then we will compare the prices. So first of all, let us loop through all the deals. And before we can work with historical deals, we will have to select a history. So we can use this history select function for this, and then we have to provide 2 times pretty much. So we can say, for example, we want to create input variables for this. We can say time start, for example, and time end, something like this. So yeah, if we go like this, we can now use this time start and time end variable here, because this is the time that we want to use to filter the history. And these input datetime variables will look like this if we now activate the program. So if you go to MetaTrader 5 and in the navigator, you can open this scripts drop-down menu and you will find this slippage calculator now. This only appears if you compile your program here, clicking this button. But if you see it now, you can activate it and you will see nothing happens. This is because the inputs are not shown. We need a property for this. So we need a property script show inputs like this. And if we have this property and activate the program again, we will now see the inputs here. And you can see you can define points in time here. For example, I can choose the day to day, and I can choose the day to day, but the end of the day, like this. And these are now the times that will be used for the history filter. So let's go here. Now we should have selected a history, and now we can loop through this history. So we can say we want to loop through all the deals. So we can use a classical for loop for this purpose. And the for loop usually looks like this. You say for, which is like the keyword for this loop, and then you have in round brackets 3 separate steps. This is the first step, which is activated or which is processed by the PC as soon as the for loop is reached. So this is executed once when the for loop is reached in the program source code. So here we create a new integer variable, which is just any number like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all integer values. And we initialize this variable with the name I with a return value of history deals total minus 1. And history deals total is a function that returns the number of deals in history. And here you can read, prior to calling history deals total, you first have to call the history select function. And this is what we did. So we can already use this function, history deals total. So this will return the number of deals. And if we have a look at our history again, there are currently 6 deals in the history for today. So this will return 6. So right now in our variable I, we have the value 5 because this returns 6 and we subtract it by 1, or we subtract 1 from this value. So I is now stored in our integer variable. Now we check if I is greater or equal 0. In this case, 5 is greater or equal 0. So the condition, the main condition here is true, which means that we can enter the body of this for loop. And the body is in between of these curly brackets. So here we do stuff. And when we did stuff here, then this condition here, the last part, is executed. So I will be, so 1 will be subtracted from I. So now I is 4. 4 is still greater or equal 0. So we do stuff again. We subtract 1 again from I. Now 3 is greater or equal to 0. And we do the same thing again until 0. This is our last time we process the body, because afterwards I will be -1, which is not greater or equal to 0, and then we leave the loop. So we will execute this loop a total of 6 times. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1, and for 0. Why do we do all this? We do all this because now we want to get the deal tickets. So we can say deal ticket is equal to deal get ticket, and there's a function, history deal get ticket, sorry, there's a function that requires a deal index as a parameter and then returns the deal ticket as a unsigned long number, pretty much just as a number. So we can say if we print everything in this loop, we will see that we will have all the, if we run the program now here, we will have a output in the expert journal. So we can activate this program, set the right times here. So today again, but today, but we want to test like for the whole day. So like this, if we click on OK, you will see all the deals from our history tab are now listed here. So at index 0, in the history tab, we'll find this deal number. This is index 1. This is index 2. And so on and so on. And the last one is index 5. So this is a way to get like the tickets for every single deal in the history. And what we do next is we do not only need the deal ticket, but we also need the order ticket. And what we do here is we say history deal get integer, because for a specific deal, which we define here as a first parameter, we can now get the deal order. And this is the order that led to this deal. So it is the order that is responsible for this deal. So now we have the deal ticket and the order ticket. And if you see, for example, I can now print both of these to show you that it's indeed working. If we compile this, you will now find a deal, for example, whoops, I have to activate it again. Slippage calculator for today until the end of today. So now you will see that we always get the deal again, which is, for example, this deal. And we also, if we switch to orders, we also get the order, which should be this one. So you see they are matching here. And this is great because now we can get like everything we need. First of all, we need the deal price. So we can say history deal get double, because now it is a double value. Double values are always values like this, so values that can have a decimal point. Because we need prices here, we will need the double value, and we can use the history deal get double function for this. Again, we will have to say what specific deal we want to get the price from, and then we say deal price. Now we do the same thing with the order, and the function is really similar. It's history order get double, and then we of course provide the order ticket and the order price. We need the order, the order price open, it is. So this will give us the deal price and the order price. And I can show it to you again. I can say deal ticket with this price, deal price. And now we can have order ticket with the order price. And since it is really annoying to always like add the values here for testing, we can just say history select I time symbol period D1 0, and then we say I time symbol period D1 0 plus period seconds period D1. This will select the current day also. So now we can run the program again, and let me clear this first, and you will see that we now get all the deals. So have a look at this. For example, there's this deal which was opened at 517.97, and this is the price that we should see here. And then we have the order, and this is a little bit tricky because we have no order price since this was a market position. But if we have a look, for example, at this is the third, so it should be this one. You can see we also get the order price, and if we switch to the deals again, this should be the deal price that we see here, and this is correct. So this seems to work. So now we get the deal and the order price. And what we do next is we want to get the deal entry. So we need to check, deal entry, we need to check if history deal get integer, deal ticket, deal entry, if this was a deal that opened a position or that closed a position. This is because this is important because later on, in combination with the deal type that we receive here, writing this history deal get integer function again, get integer, deal ticket, deal type. So the combination of these two will give us the option to calculate the right amount of points that we either won or lost. Because we will have to check now if we have a deal price and if we have a order price, because this is a way to figure out if it was a market order, because we cannot calculate the slippage for market orders, obviously. And then as a next step, we can check if it was a deal entry in operation, which means that it was used to open a position, or we can check if it was a deal entry out operation, which is used to close a position. So these are parameters that you can also see in the history tab. If you click deals, you can see there's always in or out. And this is what we are checking here right now. Because if we have a in or out operation, we have to calculate the points differently. So now we check if the deal type is equal to deal type buy, or if the deal type is equal to deal type sell. Because, and we can do the same thing here, because we will have different operations. So here we calculate points slippage. So we will have to calculate the points, the slippage points here, and we will have to store it in variables. So we need slippage entry or slippage in and slippage out, like this. So we can say this will obviously be our in slippage, because this is when we enter positions with buy or sell stop orders. So we increase the slippage in value. So in this case, we will have to calculate it, and we will say the calculation for this is normalized double. We should round it because we will have like points after the decimal point, values after the decimal point. So what we are doing here is, since this was a buy operation, we have to check if the execution price, so the deal price, if it is bigger than the planned order price, because this means pretty much that the execution jumped over the order price and gave us a bad execution. This is why we are subtracting the order price from the deal price. And now we round it to the amount of digits that the symbol has. And now we can divide this by the point value, because we want to get the slippage in points. And this is working. We now get a, whoops, we forgot a semicolon, or I forgot a semicolon. And now we have to calculate the slippage out. And here, oh wait, no, this is wrong. We calculate the slippage in, but for a sell position. So in this case, we do the opposite. We subtract the deal price from the order price, because in this case, it is bad if the deal price jumped below the order price. So we can round this and divide it by the points value. And if we do this, there is still a problem because here we we have to do some calculation again, but in this case it is the slippage for the out operation pretty much. So if we are having a deal type buy for the exit of a buy operation, this means that the position was a sell position. And in this case, we want to check if the deal price is above the order price, because this means that the stop loss of our sell position or that the price jumped above the stop loss of our sell position and we had slippage. So we do this calculation, and for closing buy positions, we obviously do the opposite again. So deal price and digits divided by point, like this. And this is already enough to calculate like the slippage. It will be now always increase. It will now always increase the value in the slippage in or slippage out variable, and this is what we can print. Also, I want to create two counters, counter in and counter out, like this. And now I want to increase the counter in whenever we found a entry, and I want to increase the counter out if we found an exit. And now we have all the necessary information stored in these variables, and we can now print them here. So we can say print something like this, and we can say total slippage, and then we will do some calculation here. So we say slippage in plus slippage out, because we want to combine this and print like their total value. And then also I want to have the amount of trades. So counter in plus counter out, because this is the amount of trades. And now what I also want to do is, I'm reading on my right monitor here because I did the calculation there already. I want to calculate the average slippage. So we will have to get like the total slippage again, and now divided by the total amount of deals. So this will give us the total average slippage, and we can round this to a precision of 2 digits after the decimal point. So make sure to copy everything correctly, and do not, this has to be a plus, and do not forget to close a bracket or set a semicolon, because otherwise it will not work. And now what I can do next is, I can print the slippage for the in and out operation separately. So we can say entry slippage, and we can do something like slippage entry or slippage in, and then we can have the amount of deals that led to the slippage, and then also I want to print the average slippage per deal for the deal entries. So slippage in divided by slippage entry, counter in, and a precision of 2 again. And now we copy this line, and paste it for the exit slippage. So we say slippage out, counter out, and here we have to write slippage out and counter out. So, So this is how you can work with like the historical deals and positions. So if we now compile this program, and if we run it again, we should see hopefully that it calculates the slippage for us. So we can activate the slippage calculator, say OK, and here you can see it. The total slippage was 848. There are 4 operations, 4 deals that we were able to analyze. The average slippage was 212 points. And then for the entry slippage, we had 300 points of slippage. It was on average 150. And for exit, we had 500. Yeah, I mean, you can read the numbers. If you want to get rid of this 0.0 here, you can just say, we make this integer variables. Now we will get a warning, because we will have to say explicitly that these are integer values now. Like this. I think we will have to put everything else in brackets also, yes. So you will have to put everything here in brackets, just like this. So now, since we have this program, I will be able to put it on my VPS and check for the live trading of my scalping strategy, how much slippage I received there. So what I can do is I can right click, open containing folder here. I can take the slippage calculator, copy it, and then I can go to my VPS, open the data folder. Then I click on mql5, scripts, and I can paste it here. Now this script should be available here on my VPS. If I just refresh it, you can see this slippage calculator is here now. So if I run the slippage calculator now on any chart, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I forgot one thing. Okay, I just realized that I will have to do some more things here to make this work. Because we are using different symbols here, we will have to rearrange the code so it also works with different symbols. So let's go back to my PC here. And let's say, first of all, I want to get like this again, compile. So what we'll have to do is everything here can stay the same, but we will have to modify this a bit. What we have to do here is instead of digits, we have to say symbol, info, integer, and then we have to get the deal symbol. So we will do this up here, string, deal symbol is equal to history deal get string, and then we say deal ticket, deal symbol like this. And now I can use the deal symbol here, deal symbol, and say deal, symbol digits. And I can pretty much just, oh no, I know an even better way. We can do it we will do this up here somewhere. So we will just create variables for this. So we say double, no, this is an integer value, digits, and then we also need the point value here. No, this is a double value, so we say symbol info double, deal symbol, symbol point, like this. So now we have a digits and a point variable, and now we will just have to use the variable here for all the calculations. So digits, and here, whoops, we are using point, of course. Here, 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 and here. I think I will post the source code under the video, so you can just take it from there. So now, whoops, there is a possible loss of, okay, and just add this int here to get rid of this warning. Okay, so now let's take this program again, update it on the server. So data folder, go to mql5, go to file, go to scripts and update it here, copy and replace. And now let me run the program again and let's see if it's working now. So now I will have to provide the right day up till today. So if we click on OK, now we should get the right slippage here. So we can see like the total slippage should be 25. The entry slippage should be 17. The exit slippage should be 8. So on average, we have 2 points of slippage for every exit. So this is pretty much how we can use this slippage calculator. I think I will not like make the calculation. Here again, I mean, I did this before in a video, so let's look it up if everything is correct. So just go to my own channel and search for the video where I did the calculation.
My name is
So, I mean, somewhere here I did the calculation, yeah. So you see, this is what the program did for us now. Wow, beautiful screenshot of me here. So we have an average of 2 points slippage for every exit trade. So the program seems to work just fine. So you can use this for your own trading and check how much slippage you receive with your trading strategies. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think you can use this program, and what do you learn from this? I mean, like, you can see if you have 2 points average slippage, you can really take this and compare it with your backtesting results and check or just multiply the amount of trades with the amount of points slippage you have, and then you can just check if you would still be profitable if you have like this real life slippage. So thanks for watching. Hope you can use the tool, and subscribe, like if you are not subscribed already, and like if you want to support the channel, and we will see each other in the next video. Until then, have a great time. Bye bye.